We're running an experimental program for a group of students in both our middle school and high school. Your book has been so helpful. We were wondering if you'd be willing to meet with the parents and conduct a few workshops for them. We told the principal we'd give it some thought and get back to her. Over the next few days, we reminisced with each other about the teenagers we knew best, our own. We turned back time and summoned up memories of our children's adolescent years that we had long since locked away. The dark moments, the bright spots, and the times we held our breath. Little by little, we re-entered the emotional terrain of yesteryear and re-experienced the same anxieties. Once again, we pondered what made this stage of life so difficult. It wasn't as if we hadn't been warned. From the time our kids were born, we heard, enjoy them now while they're still small. Little children, little problems. Big children, big problems. Over and over again, we were told that one day this sweet child of ours would turn into a sullen stranger who would criticize our taste, challenge our rules, and reject our values. So even though we were somewhat prepared for changes in our children's behavior, no one prepared us for our feelings of loss. Loss of the old, close relationship. Who is this hostile person living in my home? Loss of confidence. Why is he acting this way? Is it something I've done or haven't done? Loss of the satisfaction of being needed. No, you don't have to come. My friends will go with me. Loss of the sense of ourselves as all-powerful protectors who could keep our children safe from harm. It's past midnight. Where is she? What is she doing? Why isn't she home yet? And even greater than our sense of loss was our fear. How do we get our kids through these difficult years? How do we get ourselves through? If that was the way it was for us a generation ago, what must it be like for mothers and fathers today? They're raising their kids in a culture that is meaner, ruder, cruder, more materialistic, more sexualized, more violent than ever before. It's not hard to understand why some parents react by getting tough, punishing any transgression, however minor, or why other parents throw up their hands, look the other way, and hope for the best. Yet both of these approaches cut off communication. Why would any young person be open with a parent who is punitive? Why would he seek guidance from a parent who is permissive? Yet our teenagers' well-being, sometimes their very safety, lies in having access to the thoughts and values of their parents. Teenagers need to be able to express their doubts, confide their fears, and explore options with a grown-up who will listen to them and help them make responsible decisions. Who, other than mom and or dad, will be there for them day in, day out through those critical years to help them counter the seductive messages of the media? Who will help them resist the pressure of their peers? Who will help them cope with the cliques and cruelties, the longing for acceptance, the fear of rejection, the terrors, excitement, and confusion of adolescence? Living with teenagers can be overwhelming. We know, we remember, but we also remember how we hung on during those turbulent years to the skills we had learned and how they helped us navigate the roughest waters without going under. Now it was time to pass on to others what had been so meaningful to us, and to learn from this current generation what would be meaningful to them. We called the principal and scheduled our first workshop for parents of teenagers.
Hi, I'm Adele. Chapter 1, Dealing with Feelings. I didn't know what to expect. As I ran from the parking lot to the school entrance, I held on tightly to my blowing umbrella and wondered why anyone would leave a warm...